8003. Jessup Premium Storage.
The cool, clean, and secure.
At the all-new Mike Butch Ford in Blackshear, we have the vehicle you want at the price you need. It's just that simple. We want you to be our customer for life. We're giving a lifetime warranty on all new and pre-owned vehicles, 2009 and newer, with 80,000 miles or less. So stop the search and come see Mike Butch Ford, home of the lifetime warranty. We're saying thank you. Thank you very much for your business at Mike Butch Ford Blackshear, home of the lifetime warranty.
At the all-new Mike Butch Ford, we work hard to exceed our customers' expectations every day in every department. We want to be your automobile dealer for life, so we're proud to offer at no cost to you a lifetime warranty on all eligible new and pre-owned vehicles. At Mike Butch Ford, the new home of the lifetime warranty, we want you to become part of our family, not just for today or tomorrow, but for a lifetime. So come see us in our new facility in Blackshear and ask about our lifetime warranty. You'll be glad you did.
Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jessup. 2 minutes after 8 o'clock on this Thursday morning is the 13th day of October. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Butch Ford in Blackshear, by Jessup Premium Stores located out here on the Waycross Highway, by Lightsey's Body Shop on Rainier Road, and by Sonic Restaurant on South 1st Street. And we're going to be talking taters this morning. We've got a couple of pastors in here this morning. One from Epworth United Methodist Church. That's Melissa Traver. And Tucker Lewis, the pastor of First United Methodist Church this morning, is in the studio with us. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
How are y'all doing? Oh, well, I'm doing something wrong here. Okay, say that again. You're excited to be here, right?
I am.
I got to hit the right button so y'all won't be on the air. So we've got Tucker Lewis in here this morning, First United Methodist Church, Melissa Traver, a pastor at Epworth United Methodist Church. And folks are wondering why are pastors going to be talking about potatoes? What's going on?
So we're going to have lots of potatoes come this Saturday. We're having 20 to 25,000 pounds of sweet potatoes put in the parking lot at JC Stadium to try to fight hunger in the Jessup community and surrounding areas. We're partnering with Society of St. Andrews to do that. They rescue potatoes from farmers that would normally be wasted or retilled into the ground and bring them to communities so that they can be given to food banks and community members who need food in the area.
I've heard of rescue dogs, rescue cats, rescue horses. I've never heard rescue sweet potatoes before.
Rescue potatoes.
Now, is this just sweet potatoes or regular potatoes too?
Just sweet potatoes Saturday. They do other fruits and vegetables. They've actually rescued 1.5 million pounds of food in Georgia this year.
Well, we don't want those potatoes to go to waste now. And so where do y'all go get these from? I mean, that's a lot of potatoes, and how do you move them in here into town?
They're coming from a farmer in Lake Park, Georgia. They'll be delivered by semi-tractor trailer, and then they'll be offloaded in 10 pallets, 2,000-pound bags of potato, big, huge bags taller than me. And then we need the community to help us put those in 10-pound bags and then distribute them to members of the community. We need also the community to come out and get potatoes so that, Tucker and I aren't making potato soup for the rest of our lives.
Well, we know what we'll be having for Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. Yes.
So this is going to take place in the parking lot at JC Stadium, is that right?
The corner of Orange and 11th Street.
Okay, what time does it begin Saturday?
We need volunteers to come at 8:30 to begin making the bags. 8:30 a.m. And then at 10 a.m. we're distributing it to the community. People are invited to enter off 11th Street, drive their cars, stay in their cars. We'll put bags in them. And then at 11, we're inviting agencies of the area, like Good Samaritan, Tabitha's Place, things like that. People who want 100 bags or more to come at 11 after the community gets a chance to get them first.
So you need volunteers at 8:30 to bag from these big, huge bags into 10-pound bags.
10-pound bags. And
that's what you need folks to do, is to come there at 8:30 to say, all right, we're going to move these potatoes from this big pile into these little small piles inside these 10-pound bags, right?
Exactly. And anybody can help. Toddlers who can put potatoes in bags are welcome to come and help. Okay. Folks who are older, once those huge bags get down a little bit, you can sit in a chair. And so if you can't stand for a while, you can sit in a chair and also help us bag potatoes.
All right, that starts at 8:30, and then at 10 is what now?
10 is when the community is invited to make lines, just like child pickup, sort of. It's right there by James Bacon. We'll enter off 11th Street and have 2 lines, and we'll put bags of potatoes in your car.
So you just drive up,
roll
down the windows, like, I want
the
a bag of potatoes.
That's
Open
right.
up the trunk. So how many bags, Tucker, how many bags will you give each family?
I'm not really sure. What?
Well, generally 1 per family, unless you have a large family, and then
That's
you'll get
Okay, usually 1 10-pound bag
Yeah.
per family, unless it's just, people are
Yeah,
just
if you
hanging
have
out
12,
with us.
if you have 12 people in your family, if you drive up in a 15-passenger van, we'll give you more than 1.
Okay. And so you got how many pounds of potatoes are coming in once again on Saturday?
20 to 25,000.
20 to 25,000 pounds of sweet potatoes from a farmer
Lake Park.
in Lake Park, Florida, who y'all decided to rescue his sweet potatoes.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Don't want them to go to waste.
Right.
Come over here and give them out to folks here. So at 10 o'clock, folks can drive up, roll down the windows, get a 10-pound potato, 10-pound bag of potato, or open up the trunk and y'all put it in there, or the back of the SUV, and they drive off, right?
That's right.
And then what happens after that, Tucker, right after the drive-through?
The cleanup.
Now, you're going to have agencies come in from around town that, like food banks and
Yes.
Tabitha's place and
We
stuff
have
like
those-
that, after the drive-through, right?
Right. We
Right.
have folks coming from surrounding counties. And now we've gotten word, of course, the need in Chatham County, usually they have resources, but of course, because of the storm, a lot of theirs are depleted. So we're working with them to see if any leftovers can go to a central place in Chatham County after all the local folks have a chance to get what we have.
Okay. So that's basically it right there. 8:30 Saturday morning, people show up at JC Stadium out there in the parking lot, put the potatoes from the big bags into small 10-pound bags. Then at 10 o'clock, people can start driving through. Y'all will hand through their window or put in their trunk a 10-pound bag of sweet potatoes,
That's right.
and then the folks can just drive right on off.
That's right.
Okay. What else, Tucker?
That's good. The Society of St. Andrew, who we're partnering with, some of the things that they tell us about hunger in the state are, Melissa can share those stats with you, but I think this is a really special program because they say that about 40% of the crops grown in America, and America feeds the world. We really feed the world in a lot of ways. And so, but they say that 40% of the crops grown in the United States rot in the field. And for people to go in and then glean that 40%, which is entirely biblical, right?
Glean that 40%?
Like Ruth, the book of Ruth, is about gleaning. She gleans the field. Well, glean that 40% and then give it away to people who really need it. That's a special program, and I'm just glad that First United Methodist Church, Emory Chapel United Methodist Church, and Epworth United Methodist Church are partnering with them to feed the community.
Okay. Sounds good. If you have any questions or comments, you can always text us at 912-427-3711, 912-427-3711. Bob Owens just said, please don't announce that all courts are canceled for this week. The Magistrate Court is not canceled. Magistrate Court still in session. Okay. That's from Gary's office down there saying, yeah, we're still doing our thing this week. So Magistrate Court in session. All right. So all these potatoes are going to be given out. That's a lot of potatoes. Just imagine what his fields must produce. If that's 20 to 25,000 pounds is what he just says, okay, y'all can come take it. Who's picking it up from the field and put it in that big old truck? So you got folks over there does that?
Doing that.
Farmers doing that, okay. The farmers doing that and put it in the truck and just gonna bring it on over here. 20 to 25,000 pounds of sweet potatoes, and all gonna be given out Saturday morning at JC Stadium in the parking lot.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else the people need to know about that? Anything at all about the sweet potato?
It'd be helpful if people brought garden gloves if they're going to help us bag potatoes.
Uh-huh.
Potatoes won't hurt you. You don't have to protect your hands, but every now and then there'll be a rotten one or something you don't want to stick your hands in. So you'll be more comfortable if you bring gloves with you.
Yeah, bring some garden gloves with you to move them from the big bags to the 10-pound bags.
Mm-hmm.
And you just tie at the top or whatever you
Yep.
need to do and just get ready to give it to folks. Now, I guess there's going to be you're hoping that a lot of people drive through there on Saturday morning, starting at 10 a.m. to get their 10-pound bags of sweet potatoes.
Absolutely. We need easily more than 1,000 people to come, more than 1,000 families to come, or like I said, we're going to be eating lots of potatoes for a long time.
So whose idea was this to do this, to give all these potatoes away this week here in this Saturday here in Jessup?
Well, you want to talk about the week of service, Tucker?
First United Methodist Church, we met with some leaders in the church and decided to do a week of Methodist service. Love your neighbor, a week of Methodist service, 13 projects over a 7-day period of time. We reached out to our brothers and sisters in Emory Chapel United Methodist Church and in the Epworth United Methodist churches and asked them to partner with us, and they did. And I believe that the brainchild for the potato drop was Reverend Traver.
We decided to invite the community to help us on this last event. This is the culmination of this whole week that our churches have been working together, but we thought this would be a way that the whole community could participate in a big way. This is the first such thing that ever been done in Jessup. The Society of St. Andrews is excited that this is happening here, and more people know about hunger. 1 in 4 children in Georgia live in households that may not know where their next meal is coming from. So it's a really big issue in our area. So it's important that we all help where we can.
And what is the Society of St. Andrews once again?
Society of St. Andrews is a nonprofit organization that works on reclaiming that 40% of food that's wasted, and they do it with volunteers. They do things like this. They also have retreats, and then they work with farmers and fields. Any community group or church group can call them, and they can set up a relationship with a farmer, and you can send some people out for the day and get those the leftover produce and stuff in the fields to be donated to food banks and other organizations that help fight hunger.
Okay. Sounds good. So y'all are doing a week of service. What are y'all doing today and tomorrow? Anything particular? Or?
Today?
Yeah, you want to get your calendar out and see where you're supposed to be today, Pastor?
Well, the calendar's in the car.
Today, this evening, we're doing card writing for children at the Methodist home and college students.
Okay.
And last night we went on a prayer journey. Some folks got on a bus. We rode around and prayed for our city in various locations, the prison and the hospital and the hospice house and different places, which was really important. The plan was to read at Head Start this morning, but Head Start is closed due to the storm because of damage to their building. And we also had planned to paint the benches at Cracker Williams, but that area was one of the hardest hit. But it looks like we drove by there. It looks like the benches survived, so we're going to go back and maybe paint them in the future. So some of our plans were changed due to the storm.
Okay.
But it's culminating in this potato drop.
Okay. So when people hear potato drop, they don't need to be looking up to the sky to see potatoes being dropped.
That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? I know. That's what my children are looking forward to. They're waiting for a
When they're coming down, we want to get them.
This is not WKRP.
No, it's not WKRP. The turkey's coming out of the plane.
No.
I thought turkeys could fly. That was actually based off a true story of an Atlanta radio station back in the early 70s or late 60s. There was a station manager who thought that turkeys could fly. Needless to say, that promotion did not go very well. And then, of course, the writers from WKRP found out about that and wrote that into the WKRP.
Yeah.
And so potato drop this coming Saturday, 8:30 volunteers need to show up. Okay, Wayne County, we've been great volunteering this past week because of the hurricane. Let's do this for the folks here in the community. Show up at 8:30, help bag those potatoes up, bring some gloves, take them from the big bags to the 10-pound bags. And then at 10 o'clock, folks can start just driving through and get themselves a 10-pound bag of sweet potatoes. Compliments of the United Methodist churches here in Jessup and Wayne County and through the St. Andrews organization. Okay, sounds good. Anything else you want to talk about this morning?
And then at 11, Tabitha's Place, Good Samaritan.
Anybody who can use large numbers of potato bags.
All right, at 11 o'clock. All the agencies that need a whole bunch of them show up at 11 and get a whole bunch of bags at 11 o'clock. Okay, all this going on Saturday morning in the parking lot there at JC Stadium. That's great. Never had a potato drop that I know of. Bob, have you ever heard of potato drop here in Jessup and Wayne County before? No, never heard of potato drop before. So sweet potatoes are going to be tons of sweet potatoes. I said, the good thing about sweet potatoes are really good for you too. I mean, they're really good taters. Taste good and they're good for you. So y'all doing good. So how'd you find this farmer through the St. Andrews organization?
Yes, they have a network of farmers they work with.
Okay. All right. Anything else that y'all want to discuss this morning where you got the time? You still got plenty of time. Is there anything else that Pastor Lewis, Pastor Traver, anything that y'all want to talk about? Y'all got everything done for this freak week? Anything else folks need to know about?
You know, the idea behind serving is that we live our faith by serving other people. The authenticity of our faith is seen in our service to other people. And so this week of Methodist service, ending in the potato drop, is just our way of saying we love Jessup, Georgia. We love the people of Wayne County. And if you're out there and looking for a home church, we have 3 that you can choose from.
Okay.
We'd love to have you.
All right. Thank y'all for coming in, and thank you so much for your week of service for the citizens here at Jessup and Wayne County and this potato drop on Saturday morning. Folks, volunteers are needed 8:30 Saturday morning in the JC parking lot, and then folks can start riding through at 10 a.m. to pick up their 10-pound bag of sweet potatoes. Then at 11, the agencies, Tappets of places like that, Good Samaritan, can stop by at 11 and get several bags of sweet potatoes. All right, sounds like a great thing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, y'all have a good day. We'll be back more of the world famous Butch and Bob show in a minute.
Title sponsor Mike Butch Ford, Blackshear, Georgia, brings you the 18th annual William Todd Memorial Rodeo. TNT Arena on Hortense Road in Scriven, Georgia. October the 14th and 15th, Friday and Saturday night. Gospel singing at 6:30. Preacher Mickey Tomberlin preaching the horseback at 7:30, and the rodeo starts at 8 o'clock sharp. The admission's still just $10, the same thing it was 18 years ago. And folks, if you think Elvis really died way back when they put it in the newspapers, just come to Scriven and see the real Elvis when he shows up. It's going to be a good time in the old town of Scriven, Georgia, October the 14th and 15th, Friday and Saturday night. Rodeo at 8 o'clock by title sponsor Mike Butch Ford, Blackshear, Georgia.
Come enjoy the 18th annual William Todd Memorial Rodeo, October 14th and 15th in Scriven, Georgia. Admission just $10. Gates open at 6 p.m. Rodeo begins at 8.
Big Dog Country Radio, 105.5 FM in Jessup, WIFO. And Bob, this is one of those weeks here in Jessup, Wayne County, where we can say if you can't find something to do, you're just not looking. Here's tons of stuff to do. Lots to do here in Jessup and Wayne County this week. You know, you got Popple Farms open Friday night, Saturday night, all day Saturday and Sunday afternoon with their corn maze and farm-tastic fun and hay rides and pumpkin picking and then the haunted trail on Friday and Saturday nights, all that going on at Popple Farms on Honolulu Popple Road. And you got the rodeo going on, the JC Fair. You've got the Wayne County football game starting at 6:30 tonight. Just so much going on here in this area. And somebody did send in a question, are recreation games being played tonight because of the high school game going on? Yes, the recreation games are still going on. And so if your team has a game, show up.
Recreation's up against it because they had a couple of days washed out to the storm, but they do have games back on schedule as of tonight.
Okay. And this word in from the Magistrate Court. The Magistrate Court here in Wayne County is not canceled for Friday of this week. Preliminary hearing scheduled for tomorrow, the 14th, will be held as scheduled. So if you've got to go to Magistrate Court tomorrow, Friday, preliminary hearings will schedule for tomorrow, the 14th, will be held as scheduled if you've got to go to Magistrate Court tomorrow, the 14th, on Friday. Bob, what was the game for between Wayne County and South Effingham going to be played on a Thursday night instead of a regular Friday night? Do you know? Did they say why?
I have no idea. That's the day it was scheduled for since the storm.
Okay.
Tonight.
Okay. So they decided to have it on Thursday night. You know, Wayne County has a bye week this week, so they could have played Thursday or Friday. It really didn't matter. I don't know what South Effingham's schedule was, where they decided, well, let's go ahead and do it on a Thursday night. It must be because of their schedule, would you think?
I don't know. I know South Effingham was supposed to play tonight on TV.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. That was their regular schedule. They had a game scheduled. This is our off week.
Right.
They had a game scheduled for tonight. It was supposed to be televised by one of the TV stations in Savannah. But again, Georgia High School Association stepped in and made all these decisions since the storm. So
okay, so they stepped in.
Play in South again tonight, 6:30 at the stadium.
All right, Jacket Walk at 5:30, kickoff at 6:30. So get there and support the Jackets. Let's pack that stadium and support our Yellow Jackets. If for some reason you cannot make it, we'll bring the game to you right here at 105.5 FM. Also around the world on our website at bigdogcountry.com and on our free app that you can put down in your smartphone there. Just go to your favorite app store and type in Big Dog WIFO, and you can listen to the game on the free app. And so, then of course, Michaela Lando will be there, our social media director, and you'll be able to go to Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. If there's a social media page, she's got stuff on there, video, pictures, all the visual that you need to see and hear will be on those sites also. It'll be covered in all kinds of ways. All right, Bob, they had a great grand opening yesterday morning at Piggly Wiggly. It started at 7 o'clock, ribbon cutting at 10. Man, there's a lot of folks out there for that ribbon cutting, weren't they?
A lot of people on hand. Like I said, they had a great crowd all day long. And cried again this morning. Like I said, people in the grocery store for many, many years. It's here, and they're going to take full advantage of it. But it is a great store. Beauty, a lot of merchandise, a lot of great sales. Like I said, a lot of giveaways still taking place. So check it out.
Okay.
Just glad to see it here.
That's right. Piggly Wiggly is here, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Grand opening going on for 4 weeks. Started yesterday morning. We'll go on for 4 weeks. They'll have different specials each week. And today and tomorrow, you'll also be, if you're one of the 150 customers early in the morning, you'll get a free gift also. And they got some major door prizes they're giving away each week and some grand prizes. So buy and register for that. Get your free Piggly Wiggly card. I got mine yesterday here. I'm going to hold it up to the camera. That's what the pig card looks like right there. And you can get that right there to get extra special savings throughout the store now and in many years in the future. Just use your pig card and get special savings. And so shop your brand new Jessup Piggly Wiggly located at 440 West Cherry Street here in Jessup. Anything going on sports-wise that's on your mind right now that you're keeping your eye on?
So the baseball game between the Dodgers and Nationals tonight, the winner gets the Cubs. The American League's already been decided. So NFL football still in full swing. I said the Falcons got a big game in Seattle Sunday. Jaguars are at Chicago Sunday. So a lot going on, a lot of sports going on.
Okay. Now, coming up this Saturday in Atlanta will be a game between Georgia Tech and Georgia Southern there at Bobby Dodd Stadium. Kickoff is at 12:30. I've got some more tickets to give away this morning. I gave away a couple of sets yesterday morning. Each person won 4 tickets. A couple of folks this morning will have a chance to win 4 tickets each to the Georgia Tech Georgia Southern game in Atlanta this Saturday there at Bobby Dodd Stadium. Man, people are loving those tickets, Bob.
Big game.
It's a big game right there. And so Georgia Southern, Georgia Tech, you'll be able to listen to the Georgia Southern broadcast right here at 105.5 FM on Saturday, beginning at 10:30. And then on our AM station, Fox Sports Radio 1370 AM The Buzz, you'll be able to hear the Georgia Tech broadcast. Hey, what's the Dogs up to this weekend?
Got homecoming, hosting Vanderbilt.
Okay, hosting Vanderbilt there, the midday game up there in Athens. Should be a beautiful fall day up there in Athens for homecoming. Sure, a lot of folks will be heading up there and enjoying the festivities and the ball game up there in the Classic City in Atlanta. All right, let's see what else is going on. Anything else on your mind news-wise that's going on that you're following?
Just all the aftermath hurricane. Like I said, most people have power on, but now it's all about filing claims, So I've talked to several insurance agents at the Piggly Wiggly event, and the claims are just phenomenal. One had 77, one had 78, one had 110. So it's been a busy time at the insurance offices. So just a lot of people have a lot of damage to their homes and things like that. So just like I said, still going through the cleanup process, still trying to get everything cleaned up.
It is amazing how quickly that the folks here in Wayne County have cleaned up. Some yards look like nothing ever happened. Other ones are, getting that way. Just waiting for the tree services to come in and move those big, heavy trees out of the way. But I just know in my neighborhood there on the down Magnolia Street on the east on the east side of town there, down Magnolia Street, both sides, and 6 or 7 blocks in one direction, 6 or 7 blocks in the other direction, and all the way down to 301 south. There was a lot of trees on homes through there. A lot, and even more trees down across the road and power lines and stuff like that. Let me tell you, it's amazing how many trees fell during this thing. Now, who does the Wayne County girls varsity softball team won yesterday? What was the final score in that game?
4-0.
4-0 over South Effingham. Now they're seeded number 1. What's the next step for our Wayne County varsity girls softball team?
Starts tomorrow at 5 o'clock. First round against Woodland Stockbridge. Doubleheader on Friday. 5th game Saturday at 12 o'clock.
Okay. So we play who now tomorrow?
Woodland.
Okay. Somebody's got a comment up here about Walnut Grove. Who's playing Walnut Grove? Anybody?
That's our second round opponent.
Second round opponent. Okay.
If we get to second round.
If we get to the second round, it'll be Walnut Grove. Says, tell Bob the pitcher for Walnut Grove is the number 1 pitcher in the state. She brings a 68-mile-per-hour fastball. That's like facing SEC pitching.
I'm sure it is. She whipped up on Lithia Springs 17-zip and 13-1. So early in the second round. But that's the second round opponent if we get by with them. But again, our region teams are doing pretty good. Ware County, congrats to them. They're in the second round. They beat Locust Grove 13-1 and 3-1. And they're taking on Flowery Branch. Again, they're a 3 seed from our region. They're advanced in round 2. And Statesboro started yesterday. They're in game 3 today. They lost the first game to Union Grove 16-0, but won game 2 4-3. So again, Wayne County and Jones County start tomorrow. South Effingham hosts Jones County, and we host Woodland out of Stockbridge. So again, we're kind of behind with the storm, but most of the brackets filled out for round 2. Again, if you win the first 2 rounds, you head to Columbus on 27th to the 29th. Round 2 starts on the 19th and 20th of October. So next week is round 2.
Okay.
But round 1 starts tomorrow at 5 o'clock at home against Woodland Stockbridge. But again, if Wayne County wins, Walnut Grove and that star pitcher will come to Wayne County next week.
Okay.
Because we are the number 1 seed. Walnut Grove's a 2 seed, so they come to our place.
They're a 2 seed for that pitcher?
They're a 2 seed.
Wow.
Let's see who Region 8 Team 1 is.
Man, that's something else for that pitcher. They're the 2 seed.
Yeah, number 1 seed is the University of Beaufort.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
That's why we wanted to be on this side of the bracket to avoid Beaufort. So that's who South Effingham gets if they advance to round 2. But anyway, state tournament's underway. Like I said, round 1 starts tomorrow here. And hopefully we can get word from, like I said, the state steps in and makes the admission price. So as soon as we get the word on what the admission price is for the doubleheader tomorrow, we'll pass that information along tomorrow here on the local sports.
So what time's that first game again tomorrow?
5 o'clock tomorrow.
5 o'clock. First round of state playoff at 5 o'clock at Bourbon Struck-Off Field tomorrow here in Jessica, Wayne County. Well, Bob, hope you have a good day. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Licey's Body Shop, located on Rainier Road, by Sonic Restaurant on South First Street. You can stop by there right now for a great breakfast. By Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, and also brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. Remember, coming up soon, you'll have a chance